Hello there, viewers, and welcome back to another very special edition of Doctor Who-themed Mastermind on Who Game Shows and on my personal channel, Michael Wilson. I am your host. For the purposes of this evening, I will be Michael Michelson. That's just a little pun at the most famous Mastermind host, if anybody knows that. But further, without specifying that we call it Mastermind, but we all know the Master's the evil Time Lord. We don't celebrate the evil, we celebrate the good, so we're called DoctorMind here, and we have three more contestants here to play DoctorMind and test their knowledge. I've been communicating with them offline a few times, and I think they're all keen and quite competitive. So, without any further ado, we'll go straight into it, and I will ask contestant number one if you could step up to the virtual black leather chair for me, please.
Hello, I am contestant number one.
Hello there. What's your name, sir?
I am Will Maddox. People on the internet generally just call me as Maddox, but you know.
Maddox, no problem. And where are you from, sir?
I am in England. I live in the Buckinghamshire County area. That's as specific as I'll get, but
that's fine. That's fine. No problem. just making small talk. And finally, what was your specialist subject for this round?
I think it was the Tom Baker era. I wanted the Troughton era, but that was taken. But you know, that's fair enough.
It wasn't the Tom Baker era, but only because the Troughton era had been taken. So just bear with me 2 seconds. I will grab. I'm not super prepared. I'm still getting used to this game show thing, so my timer wasn't up. But
not that I mind. Tom Baker is my second favourite Doctor, so it's all good.
Awesome. You know the rules. We went through it quickly before we started recording and everything. So. If you're ready, you'll hear a slight bleep, hopefully, when the timer starts. And then from then, you'll get 2 minutes. I'll just keep asking questions, and we'll go through it as then. So, if you're ready.
Okay, I'll try my best.
2, 1. Beep, beep. Sorry about that. It didn't work, but okay. Question 1. Who made the experimental K1 robot in Robot?
Professor Kettlewell.
Correct. In The Ark in Space, what are the character Noah's last words before dying?
Goodbye, Vera, or something like that.
Goodbye, Vira, but I'll give you.
Goodbye, Vira. Close enough.
Who is the credited writer on The Brain of Morbius? In actuality, a pseudonym for Terrence Dicks.
Robin Bland.
Correct. In The Pirate Planet, what planet is revealed to be one of the 6 segments of the Key to Time?
Calufrax.
Correct. Yep, that's correct. The Time Lord Goth, played by Bernard Hornsfall, appeared in The Deadly Assassin, reprising the role from which earlier story?
The War Games.
Correct. What is Romana's full name?
Romana Dravatnalunda.
Correct. On which planet does the story The Sunmakers take place?
Pluto, except it's not a planet, it's a dwarf planet.
Wow.
That's technicality.
Technicalities, I guess. Yeah, obviously I didn't look at the quiz closely. Who wrote The Ark in Space?
Ooh... It's not John Lucarotti, but it's also Robert Holmes. Like John Lucarotti, this like weird.
Correct. I'll give you. You said Robert Holmes, so that's what's credited.
John Lucarotti wrote the draft, basically. But
yeah, fair enough. How many individual 25-minute episodes make up the Key to Time saga?
Oh, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 26.
26 is correct. Who played Davros for his first appearance in Genesis of the Daleks?
Michael Wisher.
Correct. How many times do the Sontarans appear in the Tom Baker era?
Twice.
Correct. Before playing Romana, Lalla Ward had appeared as what character in the story immediately prior to her first appearance?
Princess Astra of Atrios.
Correct. And that's the timer's just bleeped. So, wow, pretty impressive. You've got to be pretty proud of yourself there. At the end of that round, you have scored 12 points with no passes whatsoever. So, well done.
I was expecting, like, I was always scared it was going to be, like, delving into, like, the production side of things. I was like, oh, no, if it's going to be, like, who directed the Reboss operation?
There's a few writers and directors, but you got them and you gave more information than was needed. So, 12 points is the score to beat. So, awesome. If you could just take your seat back in the common area. I know it's not really there.
Of course.
And if contestant number 2 could step up to the black chair, please.
Hello.
Hello there. And what is your name, sir?
I am Liam.
Liam, and where are you from, Liam?
I am from Dublin in Ireland.
Oh, I love it in Ireland. My granddad's from Ireland, so always have a special affinity for the Irish. And what was your specialist subject today?
My specialist subject was the second Doctor era.
Was the Patrick Troughton era? You stole that one from Will Maddox by getting in there first. So you were the thief of it. So, right, again, I will give you a small countdown. I believe you'll actually hear the bleep this time for the timer. And then once it's ready, we'll start asking questions. And you heard Will Maddox's round, so you know the drill. So 3, 2, 1. Bear with me, I'll start that because I haven't got the other page open. Sorry.
Now you know how to just the host.
Yeah, we'll edit this part out for me. Okay. Beep when it's ready. So 3, 2, 1. In the moon base, what's the name of the device used to control Earth's weather?
The Gravitron.
Correct. On what planet does the power of the Daleks take place?
Pass.
In the Highlanders, what battle has just taken place when the Doctor, Ben and Polly arrive?
The Battle of Culloden.
Correct. In which second Doctor story are the TARDIS team helped by 2 sailors named Jacko and Sean?
Highlanders.
No, it's the Underwater Menace. What's the name of the scientist who attempts to reactivate the Daleks in the power of the Daleks?
Lesterson.
Correct. Lesterson, listen. Who wrote The Moon Base?
Kit Pedler.
Correct. The species called the Gonds appear in which Patrick Troughton story?
The Dominators?
It's the Crotons. When Fraser Hines fell ill with chickenpox during recording of The Mind Robber, what actor briefly took over the role of Jamie McCrimmon?
Hamish Wilson?
Correct. Which Troughton era story takes place on the planet Dolkus?
The Dominators.
Correct, that one was the Dominators. Which second Doctor villain famously declared, "Nothing in the world can stop me now"?
The Mad Professor Zaroff.
Correct. Who directed The Enemy of the World?
Barry Letts.
Correct. Fury from the Deep was adapted by Victor Pemberton from his own previous radio drama. What was it called?
The Slide.
Correct. Jack Watling, father of Victoria actress Deborah Watling, appeared in which 2 Troughton stories?
The Abominable Snowman and The Web of Fear.
Correct. Which Troughton story features Unit, International Electromatics, and Tobias Vaughan?
The Invasion.
Correct. How many Cybermen... I've started, so I'll finish. How many Cybermen episodes did Patrick Troughton appear in? Or stories, I should say. 5. Correct. Wow, you're not going to believe this, but at the end of that round, you have also scored 12 points. You have one pass. That pass was, on what planet does the power of the Daleks take place?
Vulcan.
As every Trekkie will tell you, it's Vulcan, of course.
Yeah.
No Mr. Spock appearance, but yeah. So, again, the score of 12-12. So, wow. Seems like it's going to be quite a neck-and-neck match. So, yeah, if you take your place back with contestant 1, and we'll call up our next contestant. So,
thank you.
Contestant number 3, if you want to step up to the virtual leather chair.
Oh God, I hate this. Hello guys, I am Will, Who Game Shows.
Hello there. We know each other pretty well. We've done podcasts and stuff together, but just for the purposes of the actual Mastermind format, could you please tell us your names?
My name is Will Templar, also Who Game Shows on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, Who Game Shows, that's right. And where are you from, sir?
I am from Bristol.
Awesome. Crap football team, but not bad.
Fuck off.
Just kidding. And finally, what was your specialist subject for today?
The Matt Smith era, Maddox's favourite, by the sounds of it, from his Twitter feed today.
The Matt Smith era. So yeah, I can see your username Series 7B is good. Bit of a sly dig there, but yeah. So let's just hope that you can represent your era.
You know how you do like a lot of revision for a test, and then when you come to the test, you just fluke it, and you do crap. That's how I'm feeling today. I've digested too much information, but I'm here. You're
gonna just wonder what information's what and get it all confused. But no, you're not. You're fine. Just calm down, breathe. At least it's not actual Mastermind, so you're not in the full Gestapo lighting or anything. So again, you know the drill. You heard episode 1 when we recorded it, and you've heard the previous 2 rounds. I'll give you a countdown. You'll have 2 minutes to answer questions on the Matt Smith era. Your time will start in 3, 2, 1. Madame Kovarian appeared in how many single episodes of Series 6?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I will go with 8.
7.
Bollocks.
Which article of the Shadow Proclamation does the Doctor quote against the Atraxi?
51.
57. How old was Rory Williams when he died, according to his gravestone?
82.
Correct. In what century does the episode A Christmas Carol take place?
57th. Pass.
44th. In the 11th hour, what other kissogram outfits does Amy claim to have besides the police uniform she's wearing?
None. Pass.
Okay. So, what's the name of the elderly lady who is possessed by the Echnodine leader in the episode Amy's Choice?
Oh, Jesus. Pass.
Ignore that, that's my telephone ringing. The Zygons reappear in the Day of the Doctor after a gap of how many years?
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. 33.
38. Okay. In this era, the St. John's ambulance badge is visible on the exterior of the TARDIS for the first time since what story?
Oh, I swear it was the movie, Doctor Who and the Daleks.
Well, which episode of the series?
Oh, pass.
Pass,
Come on,
okay.
Ash.
Clarence DeMarco is a character from which televised 11th Doctor episode?
Repeat, please.
Clarence DeMarco is a character from which televised 11th Doctor episode?
Beast Below.
It's the name of the Doctor.
Shit.
What was the name of Kazran Sardic's father?
No, that's Victory of the Daleks. Oh, shit. Pass.
Okay. What colour was River's suit in Day of the Moon when President Nixon rescues the Doctor?
Blue, purple, blue, bluish purple.
Blue, I'll let you off.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. One more because I was in the middle of it. What sitcom star played Queen Elizabeth I in the Day of the Doctor? No?
I'll pass that.
Pass that one as well.
I'm going to kill myself.
I'm kind of gutted for you at the end of that round. You've scored 2 points with 5 passes. Wow.
That was a tough set.
Revision doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very tough set.
I knew
If it's any consolation, I'm literally watching the era right now, and even I can answer half of this.
Yeah. No. Mike, God damn it.
Sorry. Well, I'll go over your passes. Question number 5 in the 11th hour. What other kisogram outfits does Amy have? It's a French-made nurse or a nun. The elderly lady who is possessed by the Echnodine leader is Mrs. Poggett. Let me see. Question 8. The St. John's ambulance badge last appeared on the TARDIS in the story The War Machines.
Oh, wow.
Okay, 10. The Kazran Sardic's father was Elliot Sardic. You really should have known that. We reviewed A Christmas Carol.
They don't even mention the name, do they?
They do, yeah. And finally, what sitcom star played Queen Elizabeth I in Day of the Doctor? It was Joanna Page, or Stacey from Gavin and Stacey.
One of them.
So yeah, 2 points at the end of that round. You can make it up in general knowledge, don't panic. And yeah, unfortunately, you've left me with a predicament here because I've got 2 people on equal scores, and we're supposed to go highest score first. So I'll just say, you know what? Because he was first already, we'll pick Will Maddox if you want to step up, and we'll give you your general knowledge round first.
Okie dokie. I am here in the virtual seat, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, indeed. So, Will, you've been a Doctor Who fan for how long then?
Ooh, since about like 2006-ish, I'd say. So since I was about, I don't know how old I would have been in 2006.
So around about series 2 of the revival and David Tennant kind of era.
Yeah, like I saw like a couple of repeats, but I fully became like watching along with the show with series 3. So.
Okay, fair enough. And is the Troughton and Baker eras your favourite era? I know you're not fond of Series 7B, apparently.
Yeah, I just it's evolved a lot over the years. Like back in the day, it would have been like Tennant and Davison who are my favourites, but nowadays it's Troughton and Tom Baker. So yeah, it's quite an evolution over time.
Awesome. And
but yeah, I love this too.
Out of curiosity, do you have a favourite episode of the classic and the new era?
Tomb of the Cybermen is my favorite Doctor Who story of all time.
Nice.
It's like not necessarily the most perfect, but it's the one that makes me feel the most good, if you know what I mean.
Awesome.
As for the revival, it's probably Midnight or Dalek, one of the two. They're both exquisite.
Will Templar knows my feelings on the story Midnight. I'm not necessarily a fan, but we'll leave that at that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So this will be your general knowledge round. You have 12 points going into this round, as you know. No passes as yet. You'll have an extra 30 seconds, so it'll be 2.5 minutes to answer questions. You know the drill because we just went. So if you're ready, I will count you down. Are you ready?
I will try my best.
Here goes. 3, 2, 1. Okay. During the third Doctor's exile on Earth, the Time Lords deactivated what component crucial to the working of his TARDIS?
The dematerialization circuit.
Correct. Who plays Yasmin Khan, the current companion to Jodie Whittaker's Doctor?
Mandip Gill.
Correct. Coffer, Jabe, and Lute are members of what species?
The Forest of Cheam.
Correct. What Oscar-nominated actress played Sally Sparrow?
Her surname's Mulligan. I can't remember her first name.
It's Carey Mulligan. What kind of burgers are served on Satellite 5 in the long game?
Kronk burgers?
Correct. Which Platform 1 guest was representing the solicitors Jolko and Jolko?
I'll guess Mr. and Mrs. Paku.
It's the Mox of Balloon.
Close enough.
How many times did Patrick Troughton return as the second Doctor after the War Games?
3 times.
Correct. Who did Rose go head-to-head against in The Weakest Link?
What's his name? He goes, "Where's my money?" But I can't remember his name.
You passing that one? Yeah. Okay. What was Turlough's first name?
Vieslaw, I think.
Correct. Yep, correct. Which Star Trek character does Rose compare the Doctor and Captain Jack to in The Empty Child?
Mr. Spock.
Correct. Gerald Flood played which classic Doctor Who companion?
Chameleon, he was the voice of him.
Correct. Which famous author wrote the stories The Doctor's Wife and Nightmare in Silver?
Neil Gaiman.
Correct. What's the name of the Time Lord female who's chasing the fugitive Doctor in Fugitive of the Jadoon?
Gat.
Gat is correct. In Revolution of the Daleks, what Japanese city houses the Dalek clone farm?
Is it... I want to say Tokyo, but I don't know.
It's Osaka.
I knew it was something like that.
Guests of Madame Guillotine is the second episode of which classic historical serial?
The Reign of Terror.
Correct. Which football team does Graham O'Brien support?
Pass.
Okay. What is Yaz Khan's mother's name?
I only know where's Yaz's mum, damn it. That's the tentacles.
Take that as another pass. And I'll give you one more because I was in the middle of it. What instrument does the first Doctor fake playing in The Romans?
The Lyre.
The Lyre is correct. Again, you're not going to believe this. At the end of that round, you scored 12 points.
Wow.
Again, which gives you a total, of course, of 24 points. At the end of that round, you had 12 points and 3 passes. I'll just go over those passes for the sake of argument. Rose went head-to-head in The Weakest Link against Roderick.
Oh, damn.
The football team that Graham O'Brien supports is West Ham, and Yasmin Khan's mother is Nadia Khan. So.
Oh, yeah. It's the Doctor just goes, she doesn't have a name. Her name's just Yaz's mum or something. And, around into the UK. So that's
flawless impression. Right, so at the end of that, that's the end of the game for you. You scored 24 points, so that's what the others have to beat. So sit tight, you never know. That could well easily be a winning score. So take a seat back, and I'll call up Liam if you want to step up to the virtual leather blackjack.
I'd love to.
Hello there.
Hello.
How's it going, Liam? And again, I'll just get to know you a little bit. So how long have you been a Doctor Who fan for?
It's quite hard to tell. I've gone on and off the show, but consistently I have been watching since Series 10 now.
Series 10? That was quite recent then. Wow, okay, fair enough. And have you gone back to any of the classics? Do you have a favourite sort of era?
My favourite era is just everything from 60s to 70s.
Cool. I'm a huge fan of the Poetry era. Doesn't get enough love. Just shouting that out.
Oh, yeah.
And so is your favourite Doctor Patrick Troughton then, since you picked that for your specialist?
Oh, yeah. I love them.
Awesome.
Very talented.
Again, do you have a favourite story from the classic and the modern era?
My favourite classic story would have to be The Web of Fear.
Still haven't seen that yet because I'm waiting on the Blu-ray, but I'll take your word for it.
I thought he was going to say the Red Planet there. I was like, where's my gun?
Shush, you're not in the chair yet. Go away. And from the new era, do you have a favourite, Liam, as well?
It changes, but currently I'd say Under the Lake Before the Flood.
Oh, well, that's an unusual choice. I don't hear that a lot, but I have to watch that again. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm with you as well. I can't really pick favourites. It's just what I like on any given day, but yeah, fair enough. So, well, you know the drill. You've been here before, obviously, in the previous round, and you know that the score you're aiming to beat is 24. So a score of 12 points will tie it. Right. One more and you will be in the lead. You'll have 2.5 minutes just on general knowledge Doctor Who questions. Are you ready?
I think so, yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. How many Series 11 episodes were written or co-written by Chris Chibnall?
5.
6. What video game does Ryan mention he's played a lot of, which he thinks will help him when it comes to shooting the sniper bots?
Call of Duty.
Correct. William Hartnell played the first Doctor, and what other role in the Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve?
The Abbot.
The Abbot of Amboy, but I'll give you it. Which police force does Yaz say she works for when she first meets the Doctor?
The Met.
It's Hallamshire Police. What is the name of the planet that the Doctor, Ryan, Yaz and Graham end up on after being rescued by Angstrom and Epso?
Pass.
Okay. Rakaya was trapped between two colliding planets, and Zellin was on a mission to save her. What Series 12 episode?
Can you hear me?
Correct. What is the name of the alien race conspiring with the Master to threaten Earth in Spyfall?
The Kasarvans?
Kasarvan, correct. What city in England is the setting for Fugitive of the Jadoon?
Gloucestershire.
Gloucester, correct. Let me get it. How does the Master kill Ashad, the lone Cyberman?
Use his shrink ray.
Yeah, cool. He shrinks him with the tissue compression limiter. Which New Who Doctor had the most overnight viewers for their premiere episode in the US on BBC America?
Jodie Whittaker?
Correct. Using average audience figures, what's the least watched series of New Who?
Series 12?
Series 10, unfortunately, sorry. With 8.21 million viewers, what's the least watched Christmas special of the revived series?
Twice Upon a Time?
It's The Return of Dr. Mysterio. With 9.27 million average viewers, who was the most watched classic series Doctor?
Tom Baker?
Correct. The final episode of the classic series aired on what date?
3rd December 1989.
6th of December 1989, so close. How many seasons of Classic Who were there?
26.
26 is correct. What's the name of the villainous alien species from Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror?
Pass.
Okay. Skithra Queen actress, I've started, so I'll finish. Skithra Queen actress Anjali Mohindra previously played which leading role in the Whoniverse?
The Rani in...
I have to take your first answer, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's Rani Chandra. Rani. If it's any consolation, it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah. So at the end of that round, you scored 9 points with 2 passes. Just shy, unfortunately, with 21 points of the 24 score put up by Will Maddox. I'll go quickly over your 2 passes, I'm so sorry. Number 24, the name of the planet that Dr. Ryan, Yaz and Graham end up on is Desolation. And question 35 was your other one. The name of the villainous alien species, I said it in the next question, it was the Skithra from Tesla's Night of Terror. So
yeah.
Very valiant effort. You get within 3 points. I suppose an argument could be made for 2 points, but either way, very close, but not quite good enough to catch Maddox, who is sitting there grinning from ear to ear, I'm sure, in the comment area. So thank you so much for taking part. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, if you want to grab your seat, and then we'll call up the other Will. So,
thank you.
So, here we go. Other Will, hello there.
Hi. By the sounds of it, I should have revised the bloody Whittaker era.
The Whittaker era.
There was a ton of questions about it.
Well, there was back then, but that's because that was a few that I had left over because, yeah, anyway, never mind. We'll not get into that. We'll not get too far into it. So, again, we know this, we know each other pretty well, but for the purposes of the viewers, when did you first get into Doctor Who? What got you interested in it?
2010, I saw David Tennant's Regeneration, and then I got hooked to the Smith era, and that's why he's probably my favourite.
And that's obviously why you picked that for your specialist subject.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome. And Smith's your favourite Doctor. So. Yeah, well, you know, I did try to give you questions that were fair, but not too easy. Okay. But yeah, anyhow. So that was the first sort of introduction to Doctor Who. So do you have a favourite classic era story and a new era story?
Just to annoy you, I'm going to say The Caves of Androzani and The Big Bang.
Two very popular common choices, and I'm saying nothing more about it. Dear. So there we go. Let me just make sure I've got all your scores and everything. So you scored 2 points is what you put up in the first round. 24 is the current leader, Will Maddox. So you'd have to score 22 to tie, 23 to win. It's not impossible. Stranger things have happened. And these are general questions, so you never know. Although I am running a bit out, so you might end up lapsing into some of the Matt Smith questions you didn't get, but that's fine, they're still general.
I'm just going to pass until I get to them then.
Best of luck with that. Anyway, so you know yourself, 2.5 minutes, that's what you're going to have. Are you ready? And we'll count you down.
I don't want to be here, kill me. Okay, let's do this.
Excuse me, okay. 3, 2, 1. Which famous British inventor and creator of the steam train appears in the Mark of the Rani?
Pass. I know this.
In the Aztecs, what deity is Barbara mistaken for?
Okay, sorry?
In the Aztecs, what deity is Barbara initially mistaken for?
What date? It kind of cut out, sorry.
What deity is Barbara initially mistaken for? What? Okay.
Oh, servant. Oh, pass. Whatever.
Which author and former children's laureate co-wrote the episode Rosa with Chris Chibnall?
Mallory Blackwood.
Mallory Blackman.
Oh.
The actor Robert Glenister guest starred in which two Doctor Who stories? Which volcano does the Doctor and his companion watch explode in season 4? Or series 4, sorry. That's Vesuvius.
Jesus.
Which character uses the aliases Magister and Thascalos?
Pass.
From a parallel Earth, this soldier helped the Doctor defeat the Cybermen, made enemies with Mickey, but they later travelled the world together to defeat the remaining Cybermen. Jake Simmons.
Fuck!
The character Adiola, calm down, from Torchwood 1 was the cousin of which Doctor Who companion?
Martha
Jones, correct. Let's see. According to River, where did Stevie Wonder sing to her on her birthday?
The Frostfarers of London.
It's under London Bridge in 1814.
On the Frostfarers? Oh, come on.
I'll give you it.
Thank you.
Okay, where are we here? Bear with me. What did Baby Melody call Amy according to the 11th Doctor?
Big Milk Thing.
Big Milk Thing is correct. In the name of the Doctor, what name is on the grave on Trenzalore that the Doctor deduces as a secret entrance to a tomb?
River Song.
Correct. Who provides the voice of Handles in The Time of the Doctor?
Michael Sheen? No, that's...
Kayvan Novak.
Not Dr. Stoll.
Who voices the character House in The Doctor's Wife?
Michael Sheen.
Correct. I swear that was actually the next question. What is the name of the perfume that Amy is modelling for on an advert in Closing Time?
Schindler's List. I don't know.
It's Petrichor. In A Christmas Carol, what is Abigail's last name?
Pass.
Okay. What can you find on Planet 1, believed to be the oldest planet in the universe? I've started off.
Planet 1.
What can you find on Planet 1, believed to be the oldest planet in the universe?
The Hello Sweetie, the writing from River Song.
I'll give you it. Yeah, it's a graffitied diamond cliff.
Okay.
As you well know. Will Templar, at the end of that round, you scored 6 points for a grand total of 8 points. Just a tiny bit shy of the 24 points that Will Maddox was able to get.
Considering a lot of those were quite tough, and you were looking for the specifics, and I kind of glossed over it. I'm happy with that score, actually.
Fair enough. You didn't. You kind of came into your own, and when we started with the Matt Smith questions, you started really whizzing through it. So I think you've just been very unlucky. And any other given day, I think you'd have managed that. But we'll just go through your passes just for the sake of it.
Okay.
The British inventor and steam train creator was George Stephenson.
Okay.
In the Aztecs, Barbara was mistaken for Yetaxa. Robert Glenister guest starred in The Caves of Androzani and Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. The character that uses the aliases Magister and Thascalos is the Master. And finally...
Oh, of course, yes.
Let me just grab the next one if I can. Question 18 on the Smith questions was, what is Abigail's last name in A Christmas Carol? It's Pettigrew. Again, if you paid attention during the podcast, you would have known that. But,
Dude, it was like 4 months ago. Allow it.
Well, with sincere apologies again. Thanks for taking part. You know, you're central to the running of my life in general, but certainly this particular episode and all the others. So thanks again for agreeing to come on and take part. Again, really unlucky, I think, today. But
it was fine. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
And Liam as well. You guys were both really good.
Absolutely.
Thank
so,
I'm giving you a follow, by the way, on Twitter.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Cool. Will Maddox, again, if you just want to step up, congratulations. I'll give you a little virtual trophy. Don't worry, it's just like an NFT. It's not actually anything. So there you go. So, as you know, you've obviously won this particular episode with 24 points and only 3 passes. That's a really impressive score, got to say.
I was not expecting that, honestly.
You said you were nervous before coming in, and then you came in and completely stormed it. So, yeah, well done. So, the inevitable question, are you going to be okay to come back to compete in the Champion of Champions for the ultimate title when we do that episode with the other 2 winners of the episodes?
Honestly, yeah. This was really fun.
Awesome, cool. Well, you'll be playing against, I can't even remember now
Xander.
who won the first episode, and it wasn't that long ago.
Xander.
But you'll be playing against them and whoever wins episode 3. It was Xander Grogan, that's right, who won episode 1. You'll be playing him and the winner of episode 3, which is between, let me think. I can't remember now. It's Alex
George,
Spiddleston, Alex the Rebel of Time, and George. That's right, who's PSD Sheep. So they're playing in episode 3, and then you'll play one of them and Xander to discover who's the ultimate champion and win potentially a little Doctor Who prize that I've had planned. So, yeah. Again, thanks to everyone for playing, especially congratulations to Will Maddox for coming in nervously and winning the day. I hope everyone's enjoyed listening to that. If you have, subscribe to all of our contestants. Does everybody want to shout out their sort of social media handles or anything? You don't have to, but just in case.
My YouTube channel is Maddox Productions 1. That's all I'll say. I won't say my Twitter because I'll be leaving it soon, but you know.
Fair enough. Okay. Anyone else?
That Twitter follow meant nothing.
But you know, I'll know what you say for the next couple of months.
If you happen to be watching on Mike's channel, go subscribe to everyone except for me. I don't need the subs. I'm new. I'm so disappointed in myself.
Well, I'll plug you anyway and say subscribe to Who Game Show's channel and to the Hit or Miss podcast channel, which I think has been renamed the Spin the Wheel podcast channel.
You know
Okay, since it means more there, I will go subscribe to that channel.
Yes.
They have a Twitter page as well if you'd like to. But yeah.
Let's
so
just get this list of everything he has to follow.
I did give you a chance to shout it out.
I don't have a channel, by the way.
Liam, do you have a social media handle you'd like to pass on to anyone, or are you not bothered?
No, not really.
Fair enough. That's okay. You can find me all around the internet wherever Michael Wilsons are sold. I'm at Ian Michael Wilson on Twitter, Michael Wilson on Facebook and Instagram. And sometimes I help out Will, so you may see me around if you're perusing the likes of the Spin the Wheel podcast or Who Game Shows, but no promises. So, Will, do you have that big list of things you want specifically Will Maddox to?
No, it was a joke.
I was waiting for it there. Well, again, thanks so much, guys, for taking part. I'll let you get on with the rest of your afternoon now. Again, congrats, Will Maddox, and thanks so much, everyone, for taking part. I think that was a really smooth and a really great episode.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
This is really fun.
Awesome.
Loved it.
Take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Guys.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.